There are leaves around. There are leaves around.
second, and then she was suddenly pulled in. Any idea what... Traveler? Look! It's that baby ectomisaur! Seems like it wants us to follow it. Paimon's adventurous side says we have...
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
what she's doing here.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
All right, I'll start by moving the boxes over.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show, you know. You see that?
Fine.
Just prepare to be amazed. Huh? My back. I know.
Anson! We were just about to ask you the same thing. We didn't expect it. What? There's nothing wrong about Paimon's current meal plan. Like today, Paimon just had some blaze meat stew, fried shrimp, bean balls, kale juice. Wait, isn't that your favorite drink, Traveler? Of course, we're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
You're here, Eon-san. And you must be the
Cold. I'm drowning, and there's something in the water.
He's on the ground, but it almost looks...
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me, too.
But we haven't...
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here?
As you can see, they're mental. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done. We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have mental as well as physical repercussions. We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
The
It's the abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we decided to call it Gasoithoth, Reaper of the Abyss.
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we force it to retreat, though?
True, it poses no threat to us now, but whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago, but that no—
Right! You can purify abyssal power!
that must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough.
So, what can we do now?
Come back to me, Gogeta! Please, don't leave.
We beat Gasoithoth! They survived the battle! Are we really just gonna sit back and watch them lose their minds?
What is it, Aeon-san?
But
Are you sure about this?
So dark. So
Huh?
light. Underwater. Where is it coming from?
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. No. Duarte.
Oh no, it's not...
My friend. Is he in? Duarte. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them... Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front lines, but he was a bit on the smaller side, but other than that, he was just your Well, hold on. What are you planning? No problem.
Duarte? How did you get here? Are you here to save me?
It's
That hurt. Duarte, you have to get out of here. There's something in... You sense it, don't you? Still. Hearing you make that noise reminds me of our first... You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later, and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but I'm so glad you found me. Once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew, just like old times. I owe you. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. As if I'd let that happen. I promised to protect you. There's no way. No way. No. Wait. I failed. Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people? Toko! He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss and then... You went through all that for me? Well, all I did was... Thank you.
One with nature.
It's coming for me. It's no use. It'll just come back. It will devour everyone. One day, we'll all be reunited in the pit of its stomach.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than a Toko. She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense. She also...
Ion-san, I heard you cured a Toko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra... I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxiety. Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But Ion-san, do you believe there are people... Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle? When Kochita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them. Conchita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident. Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
But isn't Conchita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the Abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She became a completely different person after that. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her.
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali.
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want her to get better.
Family? If Quali goes to battle, the Abyss will I can't let that happen! But it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward.
Conchita.
Fight it!
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone.
There's no turning back.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister...
You. You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle. But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since, but why didn't my parents run?
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down.
Stay away from...
Let's help her out!
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword.
I can do this. I have to do this.
Go away!
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible. They were gigantic beasts crawling without... No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are...
She's back to normal!
Kuchita!
What just... That is... I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me.
Is that so? Then I'll look forward. I finally feel like I think I'll rest here for a bit.
I'll keep you company.
All right, let's finish this fast.
So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all thanks to the
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle. But I guess he really can do the impossible.
Out of my way!
Take care of the gang.
Stand with me!
One with nature.
Kochide's getting better, too!
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Huh?
Yeah. Honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw we only found a solution this time because you kept her cool and took control of the situation. You deserve most of the credit. Whoa, you're right. That sounds like some... Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged. You're amazing, Ansan. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible.
Hyun-san, bad news. What are you doing, Okoland? Wake up!
Don't you recognize...
The Abyss monsters are... They've taken over the tribe. No corner is... Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end.
Careful! He's not himself!
Hokotlan!
So, he thinks we're Abyss monsters? Hey,
Give me your worst!
Into the wind.
Rim cutter.
Wretched abyss! Get out of my... Mom, Dad, are gone. This is my...
Please, son. You've got to stop. You can't keep going.
Wretched monsters! Give me my...
Look, Uncle Lan! That's your father!
Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you alright, sir?
Please, don't hurt my son.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to...
Oh, Natlan.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice, it...
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma, and the exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only...
The draft of...
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Said it. Give me your worst. It's a...
Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain.
Monsters! What's... my head hurts.
It's all right, my boy. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to...
Just... Capitan...
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name is Mune. You're welcome in my home anytime. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Thank goodness everything turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid. Besides, I care deeply about...
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to... When my platoon arrived in Natlan 500 years ago. Like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land, and witnessed their desperate... Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, it may seem difficult to understand. That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet,
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuit. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
However, some things are better kept secret for now.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? Paimon's starting to—
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter. All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace. And that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to—
If you have other questions...
Wait, Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika... Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. I'm not one to pass. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show you exactly what I mean. The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, but I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no... So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must...
Oh, did something happen?
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. Best of luck to you all.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night! They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long?
If only I could balance the numbers.
Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's here!
Reunited at last.
I brought candy and cookies to share. Of course we missed you! Ooh, you brought Source crackers too? Score!
Ah, just in time, traveler. It's so
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Huh. To be honest, a third of this amount is more than enough for my plan. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the formation of your ancient name. Oh, you brought... Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
Shaska's showing up late.
I had to follow a group when I got back. I heard about what you did for my tribe.
Okay, all right. Let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Chronicle and share your stories about the Traveler. Your words will be...
Nope.
All right, then to start things...
Hold on. Remember...
Oh, right. Traveler, Paimon.
Huh? But what?
I need people's truth. It's much more difficult to...
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough lore to pay for her meal, but she's... So basically you...
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't...
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see Sweet Lolly's reaction back there? But staying out here is just making Paimon... Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so exciting! You're right! If only Paimon could say a few things about you in there.
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You've been by the Traveler's side the longest.
But Paimon's not from...
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely important. You're the... Sorry, Traveler. I just need... Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventures in the meantime. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public.
Oh!
Good to see you again, Trap. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her?
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying, but it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt. But unfortunately, sometimes after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the sky. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going. Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by wit, but the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only going to hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we...
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukusaur to fly?
I was beginning to think you'd all give... Excuse me? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain... Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a... Hey! Wait! Wait!
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Chaska! I summoned a Kukasaur! Although...
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again.
You're right. You know...
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh?
Who are
you?
These are my... You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about...
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean? Anyway, we haven't met before, have we?
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over Natlan.
If you say so.
Goyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you to—
Oh, Elder Alpa!
I thought I should tell you myself.
Redo them? How come?
It's embarrassing to admit, but so we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly.
Oh,
Chaska, these people you're with.
Huh?
I have indeed.
Hospitality?
Of course it does. If you Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon too?
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy.
The Flower Feather Clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love—
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help!
Very well.
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the obsidian—
Okay.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call. That was your doing. I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling this. He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give him a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome interview. It's alright. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself. You're the kind of person I'd still trust, even if you had superpowers. I know you— I think the ends justify the means in this case. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my— Yeah. Anyway, if you're—
Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for—
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. And even though times have changed—
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska! You're back!
Oh, can you come train—
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and—
The Traveler in Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary?
Awesome. It's, Mr. Traveler.
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family—
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people— Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Cuphack, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Natlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. This is a volcano cake that Natlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
That's good. Natlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful... Yep, exactly. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because...
That's true. Hey!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. Got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay?
The wind knows me.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again.
Sir.
Who am I? Oh, she's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth... Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight. Or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition... It's just... Every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no. That's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding...
Yeah, Paimon...
Oh... In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right? Hey, Chaska! Hey, Alba!
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say?
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back then.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska...
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me well, but Mom...
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. So, stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the...
Oh,
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strong...
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter... Well, sorry to disappoint... I came back empty-handed.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad.
Let's shelve this discussion for now.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for... they were for the snack stomach.
Well, if you're
Elder Alpa?
What happened? Is it...
It's... Some merchants showed up. Not from our tribe. They said they're here to Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize.
Are you sure you don't want...
I appreciate it.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials.
Ah, did Alpa send you? The way things are with the tribe these days?
Ah, come on, boss. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need... I've already made my peace with it, and Handling these balloons every day.
Finding something you love doing can be just...
Fair enough. It's your...
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for your... No problem. If you...
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game.
Muskar, I can assure you...
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fight. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck in the meantime. Yeesh, there's Wingless, then there's...
Used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukusaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and eyes on the feather prize?
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts. Hey, Junan. Gazing out at
Chaska? What?
The flying squad is hosting reach...
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that Elder Alpha always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is...
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smooth.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make this, a true rider can fly
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go What? Why? She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in...
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides...
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just... wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to... You helped Quayer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
It's not like I'm not trying. I'm giving it all I've got.
Kukasaurs are cherished companions.
Whether you're up in the sky or down below the ground, volcano cake is always a tasty treat.
Stay safe.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
Hey! Monsters!
Open fire! Bullseye! 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 Locked on! Locked on!
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
How strange.
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the...
I can't think of a way to resolve this.
So the blockage here, if I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout. What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. I'll head over and set up now. All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
Let's fly. Yeah.
All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took care. Now we just have. Huh? But you won't.
All the more reason to have me.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska. All right.
Take me up.
Let's fly. Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska. All right.
That was amazing. I'm gonna...
No.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right?
Catch your breath first.
My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with...
Huh? Are cuckoo swords really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive coup.
Chaska?
Elder Alba?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place?
No. These...
Ah! Thank goodness! The
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us?
Yeah, that's us. So
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey. Not to mention...
But Elder Alba, what about...
Well, our guests here weren't seriously... There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further.
Huh? Did you say flying trials?
Oh, really?
Well then, let's forget all about this cuckoo.
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh?
A bloodstain.
Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Hmm? Ah.
Yep, and it looks...
Yeah. You'll see what.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really... I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Kukasaur.
These phlogiston wings are...
What the... Well, Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all...
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that can...
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed...
Elder...
Should this really count as a pass?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to run...
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial...
Well, if we can fly by ourselves...
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I think.
I agree that they have strategic value. But I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards.
Why?
We don't have any experience using these wings in battle. Nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly we lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that.
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news!
Again?
Huh? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpha and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with...
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
What?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That...
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you work. No point. She's an expert at hiding. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide and seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left...
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you?
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed...
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was, as far as I can remember. That was the first...
So, how did you...
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn, but I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe and see what mood...
So, I hear...
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they...
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give...
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings,
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to
Huh? Protect our tribe?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska!
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and human...
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over what...
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Chaska. To prevent things from deteriorating further...
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
This whole situation has unfolded.
You think someone might have...
It's possible. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to... Unlikely, given how she reacts. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Oh, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform, or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, after we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater...
Stop! You're gonna get Paimon a heart!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Kuska. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu.
Hi.
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. See, as for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might... I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long... Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then... She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
This is a really remote location.
We stay here? Okay, Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of... Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced...
Any idea what they're...
So... There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been... What? No! It's Chime, Koya's child. They came over the sea.
What the heck?
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm!
Hey, there's another one! Who cares? Just get them all! T'Pol pays us per... Chaska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back! Guess we need a more permanent solution.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaur, and he also said that this Kukasaur has become a...
T'Pol? Huh.
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here.
To make it harder to trace their origins. Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
No, T'Pol doesn't tell us much. But he always stresses that he wants them alive. This is just a best guess, of course. But we suspect that the gaseous
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wing. But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston.
That's enough. So the...
T'Pol should have them. But no, we've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up...
T'Pol.
Chaska, Traveler!
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elder Alpa? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on? I don't believe it.
Elder Alpa, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like...
Huh? So he's a...
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe. You were away on a mission at the time. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the sky.
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented...
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his...
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the Phlogiston Wings. And after all, Many are mistrustful.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaur.
Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child.
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable... Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to... Mom, Sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
So Appa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just...
Let's start by talking to someone we know. Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually...
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like, no more rest for me.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
Just sharpen my spear. Let's work through it.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother.
Hello,
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want... I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of... And then when he left us, he spouted some... He left his notebook behind. He's no son of mine.
Wow,
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't... If you ask me, that was probably... I'll go keep her company. If there's anything...
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we've got now, right?
Some early designs for the phlogiston. Natlan, the Cinder City.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for... Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super...
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view?
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time...
I totally called it!
By myself? Possibly. But I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol...
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only
Oh, good point.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the...
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Och Khan's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now? Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up. Do you really...
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped, but now it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout...
And then we just ride it up into the sky?
Yes. It has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities...
It's an extremely risky...
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial... Chaska, if anyone has a hope of see...
Isn't bad-mouthing the Kukusaur going a step too far?
If you're so tough, why don't you take off my mask and see for yourself?
goodness me!
Maybe so.
From a technical perspective, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable it's not without its weak points.
So, what happens if we do?
It'll collapse.
Okay. I see where you're...
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of...
You're right about rough and ready.
Take me up!
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Open fire! Locked on! Giddy up!
It actually worked!
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime... All right, let's go have a little talk with this...
Take me up!
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily and sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machine... I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. Thankfully, that should just about do it.
Maybe that works on your... Huh? We're really... Here it is! The workshop in... Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wing.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass... Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this...
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for him. Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass produce them? But this doesn't add up. If he's already...
With any luck, we'll find the...
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchants were right.
Take me up!
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, DePaul was using these once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with DePaul. Let me see. Look, log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne, even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply. I've at least... Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to... Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention. The phlogiston wings. I think I'm getting... Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new, smaller model. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using Kukasaur. Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters. Log number 121. Major...
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
Hey, you're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Take me up!
Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
What are they doing here?
It's DePaul's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Nice and spicy.
Bullseye! Locked on! Bullseye!
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
Log number 403. Introduced me. I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts But I also told them that progress can erase individual. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal...
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. If only it were possible. We could respond faster. And so many tragedies could be prevented. But DePaul, what about the Saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky. You're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll...
Let's fly!
Open fire!
Take me up!
can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using anyway. As long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Log number 4.
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number. We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies to facilitate our operations. We will gradually move the airborne workshop closer. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of you. All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that T'Pol's already...
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from...
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the flower. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky, but we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the...
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently. And this letter, it looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during... His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody. But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly. He started a new family. With another... I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child... Can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my and then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukasaurs and
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of... If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. our aerial prowess. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that... So tell me, Chaska.
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of the phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scrap. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to... But this I had not anticipated.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods. You know me, Chaska. As fellow humans. Surely you can...
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, how many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. Because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I...
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to...
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Kukusaurs, and the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children.
Is that right? I knew you might...
Alpa!
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the...
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most...
Take control?
Would it merely accelerate their inevitable downfall? They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk.
No, Chaska. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I just need you to stay here for the next couple of... As long as the majority supports our vision. Even the Pyro Archon cannot...
Your vision is deranged.
You sure about that? Then...
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, would...
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
She...
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping? Stand down. Ah! Ah! No! The relic!
Out of the frying pan, into the... Hey!
Ha! Open fire!
up, Alpha. We're negotiating my way now. And this ain't...
Hey, something's up with this relic!
Open fire!
No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop...
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe. Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the... Don't worry, I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surf... All I need is for you to catch me at the end. Just like old times. I can't hold it back!
Don't be insane!
Alpha! What are you...
You're a fool, Chaska! Why would it... We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian!
I'm...
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time. But I can fly it a safe distance away, even if it's the last thing... Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. Koya! What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as...
Chaska! Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. You don't need to worry. I just need some more time. That's all I...
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. So it looks like... it's my...
Koya! Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted, the moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if she wasn't so busy with work. You can bet she'd come back here and
I'll find an opportunity to apologize.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it.
You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her? She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people, she must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when...
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing...
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chaska's efforts that the airborne...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask.
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, and as it turns out, not all of the Wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like there's just one last conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker?
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? Koya, I just want to say... Huh?
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day, when we... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Oh, it's cheap. What they say is true. to see the
Be
world for
prepared.
yourself. Appreciate how beautiful it is. I see everything.
Bond is strong. Rain cutter. Huh? Rain outlines your...
Hey, yeah! Boba, get them! A minute to memory.
Insolent Shelby. Let me weave you a verse. No, my sword.
You're toast!
Miscalculated.
Water! Flow through me! Grow!
I'll solve it. Top right there.
Out of my sight. A minute to memory.
Winter shall eventually come.
Pay your dues.
Stand with me. Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines them. No, I let my guard down. Rain outlines your fate.
Nice fight. Grow.
You went too far.
Yeah. This might hurt a little. This way.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
của gia tộc. Đây là kết quả mà Anna đã muốn, nhưng tên đần Cedric lại không hiểu ý của mẹ mình. Hắn chỉ cần nghe thấy người đại diện gia tộc không phải mình thì sừng cổ lên. Tử tước chỉ đành nói thẳng rằng hắn là người thừa kế gia tộc Lauren, nhớ đâu bay màu trên chiến trường thì còn làm ăn gì nữa. Nghe thấy những lời này, Sylvia và Adrian có chút bực mình, nhưng chỉ cần thoát khỏi căn nhà này, với cậu điều này cũng không tệ lắm. Chỉ cần với chiếc head gear, cậu có thể vào game bất cứ lúc nào. Mà thanh niên lại đang đi với slot đại diện cho người thừa kế nhà Lauren, bên ngoài chả ai dám động chạm gì đến cậu. Hơn cả, cậu có cơ hội thoát khỏi tầm mắt của bà cả Anna. Suy nghĩ một hồi, Adrian đồng ý với việc ra chiến trường thay Cedric. Tử tước thở phào nhẹ nhõm. Còn tên anh trai quý báu của cậu thì tỏ ra cay cú vì nghĩ mình bị cướp mất slot. Adrian cũng đến cặn lời với ông anh mình, người ta đã đi thay cho rồi, không cảm ơn thì thôi lại còn ra rẻ, đúng là thứ chầu tre. Lúc này, Adrian đang định về thì Tử tước gọi cậu lại để nói chuyện riêng. Sau khi để toàn bộ hộ vệ đi, Tử tước mới đi thẳng vào vấn đề. Ông tính sẽ đưa cậu và mẹ tới lãnh địa nhà vua sau khi chiến tranh kết thúc. Coi như đây là phần thưởng vì Adrian đã đi thay Cedric. Chỉ cần rời khỏi nơi này, cậu sẽ được làm điều mình muốn mà không bị ai làm phiền nữa. Mặc dù rất thích điều này, nhưng Adrian không ngờ bà cả Anna lại buộc mình dự thế. Cậu đây có gì đó sai sai nên chỉ trả lời khách sáo với cha mình cho xong chuyện. Nghe vậy, Tử tước biết con trai không tin mình, ông cũng không cố giải thích thêm mà chỉ đưa cho Adrian 2 chiếc nhẫn. Chúng là vật phẩm tự động tạo khiên cấp 5 và khiên lớn cấp 7. Thứ này sẽ giúp ích cho cậu rất nhiều vì trên chiến trường không có dịch chuyển tức thời. Adrian có chút cảm động, hóa ra cha của cậu trông lạnh lùng thế thôi chứ cũng tình cảm phết. Nhưng cậu chợt thấy Anna cùng Cedric đang đứng sau cánh cửa quan sát hai người họ. Tử tước cũng thấy điều này, như hiểu được nỗi lo của con trai, ông hứa sẽ bảo vệ cho Sylvia, mẹ của cậu. Nhìn phản ứng của cha mình, Adrian chợt nhớ về vụ mình bị hạ độc năm 7 tuổi, cha cậu đã không đứng ra bảo vệ cậu, và trong 10 năm qua, ông cũng chẳng buồn quan tâm gì đến người con trai thứ này. Tuy nhiên, xung quanh cậu giờ đây toàn kẻ thù, và người duy nhất cậu có thể tin tưởng được bây giờ chỉ có người cha Tử tước thôi. Không còn cách nào khác, Adrian đành đặt niềm tin vào cha mình. Tối đó, Tử tước Lauren lại bị cơn đau đầu hành hạ, ông phải dùng đến vật phẩm cao cấp để giảm đau. Bỗng ông nhớ tới vẻ mặt lạnh nhạt của Adrian khi gặp mình. Thực ra Tử tước vẫn luôn biết, kể từ sau vụ hạ độc, con trai mình phải vào vai cam chịu để bảo vệ an toàn cho bản thân và Sylvia. Bên này, Adrian đang hết lời an ủi mẹ mình. Kể từ khi biết con trai phải ra chiến trường, Sylvia khóc hết nước mắt. Bà rất sợ Anna sẽ hãm hại con mình ngay trên chiến trường. Trái lại với sự lo lắng của mẹ, Adrian rất tự tin, rời khỏi căn nhà này, cậu không cần phải cam chịu như trước nữa, chỉ cần sống sót trở về, hai người họ sẽ được tự do. 2 hôm sau, vào ngày xuất quân của nhà Lauren, mọi người ngỡ ngàng khi thấy Adrian dẫn Asia theo, vì cô ấy vẫn đang trong thân phận tình nhân, nên bọn họ cho rằng cậu simple quá, không nỡ xa người yêu nên mới dẫn đi cùng. Ấn tượng của mọi người về cậu đã xấu giờ lại càng xấu thêm, nhưng Adrian chẳng quan tâm lắm, không dẫn Asia theo cậu lấy đâu ra tanh mà bắn phép, nhất là khi dạo này cô ấy thăng cấp lên trình ghê gớm phết, thông số cũng gần sát với kỵ sĩ chính thức luôn rồi. Nghĩ tới đây, Adrian lại nhớ về khoản chi tiêu trong game trước khi lên chiến trường, để sinh tồn dễ dàng hơn, cậu đã chi gần 200 triệu để mua cả tá trang bị trong game, thậm chí vận khí tương ngộ của cậu đã lên cấp 3 luôn rồi. Game thấy cậu nạp kinh quá nên còn tặng luôn cho cậu 3 chai thuốc tiên có giá cả trăm tỷ. Vận khí tương ngộ sắp lên cấp 4 rồi, phải đi nạp game thôi. Thế là Adrian đứng dậy báo mình về phòng nghỉ ngơi trước. Thấy ánh mắt hỏi chấm của mọi người, cậu cũng thừa nhận là mình về phòng chơi game luôn. Lúc này, một người đàn ông tên Danton cà khịa cậu là một thằng chỉ huy bất tài, chả làm được gì cho đời. Sở dĩ gã dám to mồm như thế là vì gã là lính tiên phong. Ở Ronel, lính tiên phong là một lực lượng đặc biệt được trang bị giáp và kiếm quân đội. Họ là trọng tâm của chiến tranh và được đặt lên hàng đầu khi đánh giá sức mạnh quân đội của một quốc gia. Adrian chưa nói gì thì một người khác đã thay cậu cảnh cáo gã. Người đàn đàn ông là William, ông ta cũng thuộc lực lượng lính tiên phong, nhưng là phó chỉ huy kỵ sĩ, hay nói cách khác, ông ta chính là cấp trên của gã Dalton kia. William cũng chả ưa Adrian gì lắm, nhưng ông ta là một người nguyên tắc nên đã cảnh cáo Dalton trước mặt mọi người và xin lỗi thanh niên. Adrian quá quen với chuyện mình bị coi thường nên không cay cú tí nào. Cậu kệ bọn họ mà về phòng cày game. Sau một hồi chơi đồ cày cuốc, Adrian đã đạt level 80 và cậu đã mở được nhiệm vụ vật khí tương hộ cấp 4 để thăng hạng cũng như đứng được tầng thứ 5 ma tháp của Manuel Lucas. Adrian phải đấm được con bán yêu 32.000 HP này và cậu tính sẽ hạ gục nó trước khi tới quảng trường phía tây. Nhưng con bán yêu này không hề dễ ăn tí nào, nó không chỉ chơi bò mà còn vô cùng xảo quyệt nữa. Còn chưa vào trận, con quái đã nhận phép hóa đá Asia rồi dùng băng cương phóng thẳng vào người Adrian. Tốc độ của nó quá nhanh khiến cả hai không kịp né. Thanh niên bị một mảnh băng bay xuyên qua vai, uy lực của mảnh băng mạnh tới mức cậu bị gãy một bên vai. Thấy Adrian trúng mánh của mình, con quái nở một nụ cười dần thiếu đạo đức rồi ra sức kiện cậu. NPC thôi mà mỏ cũng hỗn gớm, nhưng Adrian chợt thấy điệu cười khả ố này có chút quen quen. Cả điệu bộ và cách cười của con quái y hệt thẳng anh Cedric của cậu. Cơ mà gáy sớm thì ăn gì. Thấy Adrian vẫn đứng dậy được, bán yêu lại tung thêm quả cầu lửa về phía cậu. Nhưng lần này Adrian và Asia đã nhanh chóng né chiêu rồi lao thẳng vào người con quái. Cả hai cùng cường hóa gậy và khiên của mình với thuộc tính thánh. Và thế là ta được thấy pháp sư hệ vật lũ, thay vì bắn phép thì Adrian cầm gậy đánh quái. Bán yêu chịu không nổi mà phải dựng tường lửa để phòng thủ, nhưng nó vô dụng với cái gậy thuộc tính thánh của Adrian. Cậu lao lên phá tường lửa rồi dùng gậy gõ bong bong vào đầu con quái. Và cứ thế, Adrian đã đấm chết được bán yêu và hoàn thành nhiệm vụ vận khí tương ngộ cấp 4. Nhưng cậu còn chưa kịp ăn mừng thì một cơn đau bất thình lình ập đến. Thấy chủ nhân có vẻ SOS, Asia tự mở túi đồ rồi lấy tiên dược ra và cho Adrian uống. Uống vài giọt tiên dược giá trăm tỷ thôi là đủ là thanh niên khỏe mạnh trở lại. Sau đó, game chuyển cậu đến tầng thứ 5 ma tháp của Manuel Lucas. Vừa tới nơi, khu cậu mở dương vội. Lần này, phần thưởng mà game đưa ra là 5 tỷ lux và một chiếc kính mắt toàn năng. Tiền thì khỏi nói, còn chiếc kính mắt này thì toàn năng thật. Ngoài khả năng phân tích, quan sát, định giá và cường hóa tầm nhìn ra, kính còn 4 công dụng nghịch thiên khác. Nó có thể phân tích mọi loại vật sống, vật phẩm, mục đích cũng như chỉ số. Hơn nữa, kính này còn kiểm tra được cảm xúc của vật sống và sự thật sau lời nói. Công năng thứ tư là nhìn xuyên vật thể và cuối cùng, chiếc kính có thể cung cấp tầm nhìn xa tới hàng trăm km. Đúng là một vật phẩm tuyệt vời cho những người có vấn đề về niềm tin như Adrian. Phần thưởng cuối cùng mà cậu nhận được ở tầng 5 là mở ra vòng phép thứ tư. Tại phía tây trụ sở, mọi người không ngừng xì xào về người đại diện nhà Lauren đi chinh chiến. Ai cũng nghĩ Cedric sẽ dẫn đầu vụ này, dù sao thì anh ta là người thừa kế và cũng khá có tiếng tăm trong khu vực. Thậm chí có hai tên nào đó còn nói xấu Adrian là đứa trẻ ngớ ngẩn của nhà Lauren. Thế à, hello hai cưng, anh là đứa trẻ ngớ ngẩn này. Đã đi nói xấu còn bị người ta phát hiện, hai chú em này phòng thủ hớ hênh quá. Sau đó, Adrian tới văn phòng trụ sở để báo cáo quân số. Cậu báo cáo không sót thông tin nào, 5 tiên phong, 50 kỵ sĩ và 1000 binh lính, nhưng bọn họ còn chỉ quan tâm đến số lượng quân tiên phong mà thôi, còn binh lính hay kỵ sĩ gì đó với họ chả quan trọng lắm. Dù sao thì tiên phong cũng là những chiến binh thiện chiến, chỉ những pháp sư 7 vòng trở lên mới có thể đối đầu với họ. Và bình thường chỉ là pháo hôi mà thôi. Sau một hồi làm thủ tục, đội quân Lauren được xếp vào đội tác chiến thứ thứ hai dưới chỉ huy của đơn vị 3 và người chỉ huy tác chiến là bá tước Otis. Người này nổi tiếng là một lãnh chúa tốt ở miền Đông. Dù vậy thì Adrian vẫn có chút lo lắng, không biết ông ta có quá khó tính hay không. Sự thật chứng minh là cậu đã lo thừa. Chỉ huy Otis chỉ đến để chào mọi người một câu, rồi ông quay về hậu phương luôn. Ông ta chỉ quay lại khi chiến tranh nổ ra. Mặc dù nghe có vẻ khá vô trách nhiệm, nhưng điều này quá hợp ý Adrian. Cậu có thể tự do bay nhảy mà không sợ ai để ý. Hôm nay Adrian lại cùng Asia vào cày game. Trong lúc cậu còn đang nghiên cứu vật phẩm thì Asia báo có người tự tiện vào phòng. Nghe vậy, Adrian lập tức đăng xuất game. Trước mặt cậu là cảnh tiên phong Dalton đang tính làm gì đó mờ ám và bị Asia ngăn lại. Thanh niên đành đeo chiếc kính vạn năng vào để xem mục đích của gã là gì. Bất ngờ chưa bà già, trạng thái của Dalton cho thấy gã đang lên cơn đứng và tất nhiên đối tượng không phải Adrian rồi. Thấy cậu đã tỉnh giấc, gã lấy lý do đến hỏi thăm vì thấy cậu chơi game lâu quá, rồi gã đổ hết tội lỗi lên đầu Asia. Thậm chí Dalton còn gọi cô nàng bằng những từ ngữ vô cùng tục tĩu và khinh thường. Adrian đá thật mạnh vào cẳng chân gã. Hôm nay cậu phải xử lý thứ hãm tài này mới được, không để nó đẻ trứng làm loạn thiên hạ được. Tên Dalton không phục nên tính cãi lại thì bị ăn thêm phát đá nữa. Lúc này Adrian quay ra hỏi Asia xem giữa cô nàng và gã tiên phong đã xảy ra chuyện gì. Gái xinh chỉ nói rằng Dalton có ý muốn tách cô ra khỏi cậu. Nghe thế là đủ hiểu gã muốn làm gì thôi. Thèm thuồng con gái nhà người ta quá nên đến tận nơi để quấy rối luôn mà. Đến nước này rồi mà Dalton vẫn còn gọi Asia là con điếm. Gã thậm chí còn chất vấn ngược Adrian vì cậu không tin gã. Nếu tầm này mà ở nhà Lauren thì cậu sẽ nhịn cho qua chuyện. Nhưng rất tiếc là nơi này đã ngoài tầm kiểm soát của Anna rồi. Mấy thằng như này có 10 thằng Adrian cũng chấp được hết. Thế là cậu rút dao ra rồi yêu cầu Dalton bước lên solo với mình. Nhìn cơ thể thanh mảnh của Adrian, gã tự tin đi tới. Một lúc sau, phó chỉ huy đội hiệp sĩ tiên phong William hay tin Adrian muốn xử tử Dalton. Tên cấp dưới này báo ông quá, dù không thích lắm nhưng ông ta vẫn phải tới hiện trường để xem xét tình hình. William vừa tới nơi thì một con dao dính máu bay tới và người phóng ra nó chính là Adrian. Trước thái độ lạnh lùng của cậu cùng với tên Dalton đang run rẩy trên mặt đất, phó chỉ huy muốn biết đã có chuyện gì xảy ra giữa hai người. Thì chú thấy lính tiên phong cao quý đi quấy rối tình dục gái nhà lành, trông có bình thường không? Nghe vậy, William hiểu liền, ông mắng lũ cấp dưới báo đời của mình, rồi cúi đầu xin lỗi Adrian. Phó chỉ huy còn hứa sẽ lấy đi chức vụ của Dalton và tống hắn vào tù. Ba tên hiệp sĩ đồng phạm cũng sẽ được cho đi bóc lịch luôn. Adrian tỏ ra ngầu lòi vỗ vai ông ta rồi dắt Asia sang phòng khác. Cậu lấy lý do phòng này đậm mùi máu quá, ngủ không nổi. Cứ tưởng khi bị một thằng nhãi dằn mặt như thế, William sẽ cay cú các thứ, nhưng không, ông ta có vẻ vui đến lạ. Thời gian trôi nhanh như chó chạy ngoài đồng, chả mấy mà Adrian đã cày đến level 120 và phải hoàn thành nhiệm vụ đột phá vận khí tương ngộ cấp 5. Và đối thủ của cậu hôm nay là hiệp sĩ tha hóa Zenith. Với sự giúp đỡ của Asia, Adrian dễ dàng bem lủng đầu con quái và tầng 6 ma tháp của Manuel Lucas đã mở ra. Tại đây, thanh niên nhận được 2 triệu lux, vì số tiền này lớn quá, không thể chuyển thẳng vào tài khoản hay tiền tệ trực tuyến, nên game đã tự động tạo cho cậu một cái tài khoản ngân hàng ở Liên minh Elysia. Ngoài ra, cái dương lần này còn cho Adrian một đống trang bị VIP, nguyên một bộ sưu tập vũ khí Istro, từ gậy phép, khiên kiếm, áo choàng, cái gì cũng có hết. Nhưng thanh niên chỉ dùng áo choàng và gậy phép, còn mấy thứ còn lại thì cho Asia. Dù sao thì pháp sư mặc giáp cầm kiếm trông cũng hơi kỳ kỳ. Khi Adrian vừa lấy kiếm Istro ra thì chợt có người gõ cửa. Một hiệp sĩ cảm thấy có nguồn năng lượng kỳ lạ nên đã xin phép vào hỏi thăm. Cậu ngay lập tức thoát game rồi đuổi khéo anh ta đi. Đợi cho người đi hẳn, thanh niên mới lôi thanh kiếm từ không gian phụ ra. Thì ra kiếm này có đẳng cấp tương đương với kiếm của lực lượng lính tiên phong vẫn hay dùng. Tên của nó là kiếm đeo bao Istro, được làm mitrin và xương rồng. Tác dụng chính của nó là khuếch đại aura. Ngoài ra, thanh kiếm này còn có kỹ năng đặc biệt là lưu trữ ma pháp. Mô tả sơ qua về kiếm Istro thì nó là thanh kiếm có thể lưu trữ ma pháp bên trong và cho phép bất cứ ai sử dụng sức mạnh. Nhưng nếu được sử dụng bằng ma pháp tự thân tích tụ thì chỉ kéo dài được 15 giây. Nói tóm lại, thanh kiếm này không khác gì một cục pin aura cả. Khác với mana, aura là thứ không thể tự tạo ra được. Và không chỉ thanh kiếm này, cả bộ vũ khí Istro đều có kỹ năng đặc biệt là lưu trữ aura. Toàn đồ ngon, dòng ngon thế này lại còn có nhiều tiền nữa. Bảo sao ai cũng tranh nhau đi tìm vận mệnh của Manuel Lucas. Cũng đã được 2 tuần kể từ ngày Adrian được bổ nhiệm làm đại diện cho dòng họ Lauren và dẫn quân đội lên tiền tuyến chống lại đế chế Croisen. Bầu không khí như cuộc chiến có thể sẽ nổ ra bất cứ lúc có vẻ như đã kết thúc. Adrian vẫn đang ngồi ở đây chill chill cuộc sống. Cậu chỉ để ý, kể từ sau vụ của Dalton, cấp dưới luôn tỏ ra sợ hãi và né tránh cậu. Còn thái độ của phó chỉ huy William thì thay đổi đột biến. chiến. Ngày trước ông ta chỉ lạnh lùng làm đúng nghĩa vụ mà thôi, giờ tự dưng lại thân thiện với cậu đến lạ. Thông qua chiếc kính vạn năng, Adrian chỉ biết rằng trạng thái của ông ta đang khá là tò mò và thận trọng. Điều này cũng chả ảnh hưởng gì đến cậu lắm. Tất cả những gì cậu cần là một không gian chill chill thoải mái để cày game mà thôi. Hôm nay, Adrian đưa Asia ra ngoài đi dạo. Trong lúc rảnh rỗi, cậu đã nhìn thử trạng thái của gái sinh. Đây là Asia Tiên Cang, thuộc tộc người lùn, mới được 1 tuổi. Trong số các chỉ số chính thì cô có 3 loại thuộc hàng rất cao, là khả năng chiến đấu, aura và khả năng học hỏi. Đặc tính chính là cận chiến, phòng thủ, tự động hồi máu, và bất ngờ hơn cả, cô nàng đang cảm thấy hạnh phúc. Đây là lần đầu tiên Adrian thấy có người hạnh phúc chỉ vì được đi dạo. Thanh niên thấy cô nàng giống mấy em cún ở nhà ghê, được dắt đi dạo là vui tiêu tít cả lên. Chỉ khác là Asia không thể hiện biểu cảm ra ngoài, mà chỉ là thấy vui trong lòng thôi. Lúc này, hai người chợt đi tới một đồng cỏ xanh ngập tràn nắng vàng. Khung cảnh xung quanh vô cùng đẹp, đến mức mà mặt than như Asia cũng không kìm được mà nở một nụ cười. Adrian cũng phải đến bật cười trước nội tâm ngây thơ của cô nàng. Trên đường đi dạo về, bỗng một hiệp sĩ đi tới trước mặt hai người. Anh ta xấu hổ hỏi Adrian có muốn uống gì hay không. Nhìn vào bảng trạng thái của người trước mặt, cậu có chút bất ngờ. Người này tên Lopez, anh ta có lượng mana rất cao, kỹ năng học hỏi cao và trí thông minh cũng cao nốt. Vậy mà Lopez lại chọn làm hiệp sĩ. Hơn nữa, dựa vào tình hình hiện tại, anh ta còn đang bị một nhóm hiệp sĩ cô lập và bắt nạt. Bình thường Adrian cũng chẳng muốn quan tâm đâu, nhưng với một người có mana cao và đặc tính hiếm như này, đi làm hiệp sĩ thì phí quá. Thế là cậu hỏi thẳng tại sao anh ta lại chọn làm hiệp sĩ mà không làm pháp sư. Lopez đỏ mặt không biết nói gì. Thấy vậy, Adrian cũng không tiện hỏi nữa, cậu đi qua nhóm hiệp sĩ kia, dằn mặt bọn chúng sương sương rồi trở về phòng. Trong giờ nghỉ ngơi, thanh niên cứ nghĩ mãi về trường hợp của Lopez, chỉ số pháp sư cao thế kia mà không tận dụng được thì phí quá. Nếu Lopez có thể dùng ma pháp bằng trang bị của lực lượng tiên phong, thì có khi thành được một kiếm sĩ ma pháp đại tài ấy chứ. Nghĩ tới đây, Adrian lại nổi lòng tham, giờ cậu mà thu được người